Yeah, sorry to kind of take over like that after just shortly coming in, like straight up. But like the moment I was sitting there in the middle of fucking eating and I hear, "Hey ladies, I'm single." I'm like, "The fuck?" I am sitting here shoving meat in my mouth and I hear that.
Yeah, they spanked my ass hard. They even took my coins away from me.
Oh,
Oh no
damn.
shit.
Shit.
Yeah, I had 12 coins, and they like said, "Fuck that, you ain't getting them either."
What?
Yep,
Assholes.
because when I ended it and it brought up the white screen, it told me that I made $0, 0 cents on that live stream.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I don't know. They were, whew.
I guess TikTok wants you to bend over and get spanked and call them daddy for your coins?
No.
No, no, no. Um, to the panelist, I'm fine. Uh, I'm fine. I'm not stressed out. I'm I'm fine. I'll see her on January 5 next year, and I'm ready. And I told her that, hey, good luck on your, and don't don't hesitate to ask for any help. I'm still communicating with her, and this is the first time that I will talk to her and her fiance. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm ready.
Hey, Rose. I kind of almost upchoked in my mouth when I heard him say that.
You're gonna laugh at what I just told Riley when he sent me a picture of him with some girl. I was like, he looks like a bag of flaccid. Mm-hmm.
Someone go find that girl and say, blink twice if you're in danger.
Oh no, I don't even think you would have to ask them to blink twice or blink at all. Just be like, just walk up and order an angel shot for her.
I just thought of something too. Wherever this person at, me, you, Lawless, and Rage, will go there and say, we'll just run the one and say, hey, look, you got four beautiful women here. We all want to buy you a drink. And watch your creeper run.
Y'all, uh, hoping y'all know what I say when I mean an angel shot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, Daryl and everybody in here, everything that I have said. I'm good, and thank you for understanding what I'm going through right now.
I know we don't really do cameras, but I took a screenshot of one of his photos. That dude got a comb over. That's
Did a
why he was
goddamn
always wearing a hat. He had a comb over.
Oh, he was hiding a bald
I'm bald
spot.
as shit, but I ain't got no comb over. I ain't trying to hide shit.
Could y'all
Hey,
imagine being so, I don't know what the word is, negative? Like just I genuinely can't think of the word to say that you are liberal on the internet, make a whole page about it, mind you, for over a decade, and then say that you're lying when you go on a live, and then claim Republican. Make this entire idea about how you voted for Trump, because either way, whatever one is true, you look bad. Like no matter
hey,
what
Rafi,
is true in the situation, you look silly.
We got incoming.
Appreciate you.
Isla, age state who you voted for, please.
Yeah. 35, New York, Trump.
Go ahead, Slay.
Oh, good God. Why'd you vote for Trump?
Because I wanted to.
Oh, Jesus. That really says a fucking lot.
It does. Actions speak louder than words. I voted for the guy who won.
Guys, I want to come up on a
Okay.
political live so I can talk about politics, but I don't want
Oh,
to tell you
my
why I
fucking
voted for
God. Can I-
somebody because
Hold
that would be too
on.
much.
Daryl, no.
Daryl,
Try to be nice. Do not speak over me.
Don't do it, Daryl.
Do I need to fucking drop my panel besides my fucking moderators? I can do this if I need to be. I'm trying to be fucking nice here.
We'll
but
do it.
My patience are running really thin tonight.
Let me ask you
No,
something.
you don't have to ask anything. So, what was it about Trump that made you want to vote for that thing? I mean, you may unmute and answer that question.
Hey, so do you have patience with yourself?
Nope, sure the fuck don't.
Bro,
So, what was it about Trump that made you vote for him? You can either answer the question or I'm just going to kick your ass. That's it. I mean, I will just kick you out of here.
Yes, good one, bro. Good one.
There you go. You just got that fucking boot in the ass.
Oh, the American way, by the way.
Jesus.
If you can't answer a goddamn fucking question, I'll tell you.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ. I should have took the fucking night off. I really should have.
I mean, we can always end. It's not, you know. You want the night
Yeah, if I
off?
don't-
Let's.
Yeah, if I don't hit the algo, then I'll just call it tonight. Or if we can't get anything that's even worth having a conversation, I will end it. If not, I'm ending at 10 anyways, no matter what. 10
That's
o'clock
true,
Central
yeah.
Time, I am done.
Sorry, Slay. I'm gonna say this real quick to the manga. In September 8th, Canada released 700 items that they will tariff 15, 25, and 50. 50. In categories, tariff rate per category, 50% tariff. Steel, aluminum products, furniture, clothing, selected palm and paper goods. That's 50%. And on 25% dairy product, including cheese, household appliances, dishwasher, washers, stoves, agriculture, equipment, plastics, fresh and frozen fish or seafoods, and 16% tariff, electronic, including smartphones and tools. Those are
Go ahead, Bacon. You can finish.
no. Let's introduce because I'm ready for it.
Okay. DJ, age, state, who you voted for, please.
What's California. I voted for Kamala. What else? Age? 33.
Okay. Thank you. Did you really vote for Kamala?
Yeah, why?
Just making sure. Just
Hold on, I'm gonna ask him a question. What policy of Kamala Harris did you wanted or voted for?
I like that she wasn't Trump.
Fucking damn it, Slay!
What do you want me to do?
I mean, that's a good enough reason for me. It's not Trump. I'm good with that. Fuck. Say no more.
What else? Like, what?
No, we get a lot of people who come up and just fucking troll.
Oh,
So
the
we just
trollers?
tell
No,
them.
I know. I've
Yeah,
seen them. It's bad.
yeah.
I know.
So
They're pretty obvious though. You know, they can only hold their lie for like a minute, and then they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. They get crazy.
it's true. Yep.
Yeah, you know, I've seen them. I've been in here. I'm not this one, but I've been in a couple of these little prompts. So I know, I get it. But no, I was just joining because I don't know what you guys are saying, but I just wanted to just chill. But I forgot what was the McGriddle talking about?
The tariff that Canada will implement.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
it is 50%. I'm gonna enumerate 50% tariff. Steel and aluminum products, furniture, clothing, selected pulp and paper goods. That's 50% steel and aluminum products.
yeah, yeah, dude. These people, the MAGA administration, don't think of the after effects of what their causes are. Like, dude, how is all of our food getting recalled? I mean, that's crazy. You wanna deport everybody? Who takes care of your food? These people. The food is not taken care of anymore. We're cooked. Like, dude, we're so screwed in life. Like, I don't know, man. America's going on the wrong path, definitely.
Yeah. No, we're hmm. we are turning into a right shithole.
We are like I've heard this before. We are a third world country wrapped in gold. We're a gold. Dude. What was it? It's so perfect. Dude. What is the fake gold? The gold. Oh
Pyrex?
no, it's like a
Fool's
gold. It's like
gold?
a wrap gold. Gold wrap. It's like
Oh.
fake
Oh, I
plated.
know. Yeah, yeah.
Gold leaf.
Gold plated. We're a gold plated third world country.
I like that.
Let's think about it. Like they're big. The gold plate is Washington D.C., New York, California, but even them, they're still struggling. And then everyone in between, I'm excluding like I just don't know anything about other than the middle states, the flyovers. I don't know anything about the flyers, but I know they're struggling. Literally, Gary, Indiana, or Gary, Detroit, whatever it is, it's bad right now. They have no power. No one has power. LA's even not power. It's so hot right now. It's 103 degrees at fucking 6:18.
Yeah, didn't they say something about like our power grid was on the verge of a collapse or something?
Yep,
I
Did I
believe
read
heard
it.
that
something about
somewhere?
that.
I believe it. I mean, it's so bad. And then we got data centers everywhere. Data centers are taking our electricity, knocking out communities' electricity for data centers. They're taking up all the water. I mean, we can go for days. There's so much. We got 2 years of trauma to fucking fix, but no one's fixing it. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
I was about to say, Slay was saying something.
Yeah, I had heard the same thing. Our grid is it's not well.
It's like
And
overloaded or something.
yeah, and as far as the Heartland goes, right now they're really pissed the fuck off at Trump because, good God, we're bringing in this beef that we don't even know where the fuck it's coming from yet, but we're gonna get this beef, and the farmers are just pissed the fuck off about it. So he just turned a whole bunch of fucking red farmers against himself at midterms.
Dude, I just watched the local news. They said that beef from Argentina got recalled.
Yeah, but that's
Holy
the old
shit.
beef. That
30,000
wasn't this
pounds.
round. Yeah, that
Bro.
wasn't this round. That was the first round of beef.
But China already denied that meat, so America tried to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't understand what's going on, dude. It's crazy. China denied the beef. Trump wanted, like, I got you. Whatever the guy's name is, the leader of Argentina. They're like buddies, dude. It's horrible. How are you buddy? Like, bro, Argentina to him should be a shithole country because, bro, they have no money. The money, dude. Remember when people were getting charged for the FIFA thing? Oh, how much are you going to charge? $10,000 Argentine money? All right, I'll pay the $6. You know, people were getting charged for like, oh, you're talking about us, like, oh, they wanted to sue everybody for talking about Argentina being bad, like for racist and stuff. And then like, oh, how much are you charging us? 10,000 Argentinian money, bro. That's $6.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
Look
what are
up
you
look up
talking about?
Argentinian money. Look up the amount of dollar to Argentinian money. It's
No, no,
cooked.
no, no, no. Before that, all right, what was the
I forgot what I said.
Argentina being racist? What was that?
Oh yeah, come on, that's Israel.
Can I get an example within the tournament of them being racist?
After World War II ended, all the Nazis fled to Argentina, and then they best friends with Bibi Netanyahu and Trump.
Yeah, so I asked within the tournament, can I get an example of them being racist?
Yelling at black people, calling them N-words, yelling at the biggest streamer in the world, throwing food at him, telling him to go back to his country when he's in fucking America.
So if I could just respectfully, I would like proof of any of those things.
I have TikTok. I don't know. I saw the videos during the World Cup.
Yeah, I watched the entire thing. I never saw that.
So then we all saw it. Okay, good. What do you need source for?
I didn't see that, is what I just said.
Oh,
So
I heard. I thought you did.
your claim, your positive claim, needs to have a source behind it. Otherwise, we just gonna drop it because there's no point in making that claim if you can't even prove it.
All right, who
Respectfully,
is this? Who is this guy?
Ahmad.
Okay, Ahmad. Are you Indian?
Yeah. Am I what? Oh, your teacup. Am I what?
Your name's Ahmad?
No, I just said I am a mod.
Oh, I thought your name was
a
Ahmad.
noun. Not a proper noun, just a regular
No,
noun.
you know the name
A
Ahmad. I
mod.
thought your name was Ahmad, but it's okay, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm fully aware that you misunderstood. I appreciate you, though.
All right, cool. That's all I misunderstood. Anyways, let's continue. That was weird.
What?
We just don't do false claims up here, dog. We
Not
just
a
don't
false
do false
claim.
claims up here. It is unless you can prove it.
I did.
No, you didn't at all.
How can I tag you on a video when I'm on talking to you right now?
Quite literally, go find the source that makes that claim, come back and tell us what the source is, and I will happily look it up.
I'm not your fucking teacher, bro.
Okay, well, I just went ahead and I looked up have Argentinian people been racist within the World Cup FIFA final?
That's literally the fucking topic of the fucking. That was the whole topic of Argentina. What are you talking about, dude?
I went ahead and I looked it up for you. So within the World Cup, there was no instance of them being racist. There were a couple of instances of them saying a couple of things political, that is against the rules for sure, and they shouldn't have done that. But a bunch of countries did that.
Are you kidding, bro? There was literally the video. Oh my god, whatever, bro. All right, cool. You can believe what you want to believe. I don't have to prove it, right?
You do because you made the positive claim. But again, if you can't do it and you can't prove it, please just drop it and don't spread misinformation. I appreciate you.
Later.
Hey, bye.
That's all good, bro. You guys are weird.
Okay.
I love your opinions and I appreciate your opinions just like you had about Argentina. But again, we like facts up here. Please, if you're going to make a positive claim like that, especially something about people being racist, you're gonna need to show any amount of proof. Please. Like that's all that I asked was for a little bit of proof, and I did that respectfully, and then you decided to be weird about it.
You know, I could take my little pissy check at the beginning of the month and I could go live really fucking comfortably down in fucking Argentina. Goddamn, one US dollar exchanges in Argentina money down to $1,155.
Yep.
Yo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go live in Argentina then. Fuck.
You know what's weird isn't it interesting how countries have that, but then at a certain point it becomes to the point where like the money doesn't even matter because like
Right.
$1 Venezuelan is like. Like it doesn't matter at that point, which is weird.
Live in the Philippines. I DM Slay what is the exchange rate in the Philippines right now on compared to $1 is 61.2 pesos. Multiply that with about 500 US dollars or 200 US dollars. Yeah, like fuck.
Damn.
Slay, it sounds like McGriddle just offered you beachfront property for a great rate. I'm just saying.
Oh, I mean, hell yeah. I mean, fuck, I should just take like $1,000. I could become a fucking millionaire in one of them countries. They'll be calling me motherfucking Big Papa Pump down there.
Shit, yes.
I could have me a big beach condo.
Fuck yes.
God damn.
You could do lives from a jacuzzi if you wanted to.
Right, fuck yeah, I could just sell my house here and fucking have a fucking mansion down in fucking Argentina or fucking Philippines. I'd be fucking good to go.
Right?
I'd be like, "Hey guys, I'm out here in the pool."
Well, said you
All sitting there
want.
sweltering.
And if I'm down in Argentina, I can say, "Hey, look, here's my penguin over here.
Nah, because what's
Trump
bothering me
tried
right
to
now is the
tariff him, so
no
I rescued him."
Slay. You telling me that when you become a millionaire, right? When you get that shmoolah, that monty, the first thing you going for is a penguin?
Fuck
Fuck
yeah, I'm gonna
yeah.
have me a penguin in my yard, especially if I'm in Argentina. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I could say Trump tried to tariff that damn penguin, so I rescued his ass.
Front
No
yard
more
penguin is
tariffs.
crazy.
I love
Imagine going to
that.
visit in Slay and being like, "Oh yeah, so that's my car, and that's my other car. That's my penguin. That's my bush." And you're like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" You're like, "Wait a minute, years ago, bring me back to that."
Oh my god. That would be fun. Can I say something, please? Yeah, go for it.
But you gonna be up here? So I just wanted to let you guys know that I just sat here sat on my front of my computer, and dear God, my one class already. You got to do 10 chapters plus a discussion due by 11:59 p.m. next Sunday.
Sounds about right.
Ugh.
And thus is school. Hey, Tammy, age state who you voted for, please.
Hi there, it's Tammy again. I was here last night. 57, Oregon, and Harris.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah, no problem. What I was just gonna say, if it's okay, is the guy that dropped or flew, I didn't see because I was looking. Argentina was sanctioned in the World Cup games for breaches of Articles 13, paragraph for demonstrations of non-sporting nature. So they were, and it's an inside.fifa.com. It, the AFA fines amounting to US dollars 321,000 for breaches of Articles 13, paragraph using a sports event for demonstrations of non-sporting nature. And it says, and 14 paragraph 15 discrimination and racist abuse in light of discriminatory chants and gestures by its supporters.
I have no idea any of that. So,
Yeah. So essentially, just to break that down for you, like I said, the players did a political action. You're not supposed to do that, and
Exactly.
the fans
The
were
fans did
racist,
it.
and you're not
Exactly. The
allowed to do
fans
that.
were, yeah,
gotcha.
exactly. But then they got a hold of, I guess it's like, I don't understand that. I don't think that was cool that they, I mean, sanctioned. Does that mean that they went against the team and made them pay for what the
Yeah.
watch
So yes. So
did?
essentially, what that is it's telling the team, um, this action from your fan base has to track back to a national base. Like you have to make an announcement to tell your fans that that's not okay. Not saying that
Right.
it was your fault, but because it's happening, you have to now say something, and we're going to find you because of it.
Right, because there were some players, Leandro Paredes, Naul Molina, Thiago Almada, Roberto Ayala, y Pablo Martinez, Martin Paez Garrida. They all got suspensions and fines. One was 90,000, one was 90,000, one was 30,000, and like missing matches and stuff because of stuff that they did.
And what they did, to be fair, was I don't mean to interrupt. That, what to be fair, what happened was political. They made a claim that an island chain was Argentinian, and it's a commonly disputed island chain that doesn't necessarily belong to one or the other right now,
Hmm.
as far as international law goes. So that's what happened.
Exactly. And then they didn't like it, so they got sanctioned and fined and missed some games. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for letting me up. I appreciate it.
Oh, no worries. Feel free to hang out if you want.
Oh, thank you. I'll just stay on mute then.
I mean, we're just waiting for ops.
Oh shit.
I don't know if we're getting any tonight, man.
They're all sleeping.
Well, in the meantime, could I ask Slay a question?
Yeah,
Slay.
what's up?
Slay, Slay, keeping it within TikTok terms of service, of course. What you think's happening with Mitchie?
With who?
With Mitch Boy McConnellson?
Oh, um, I'm thinking he's. I don't know. I'm thinking we're still experiencing weekend at Mitch's.
Hmm.
Oh fuck.
Because I am, and again, this is TikTok. This is in my humbled opinion. I have, and this is a genuine humbled theory. I think he's receiving. How do I say this in a nice term? White dove care, if you know what I mean by
Mm-hmm.
that. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has passed because I understand that that is a very common concept. I don't think he's passed, but I think it is at the point now where they can't announce it, but they can't necessarily hide that he's been gone for so long. So, like you said, they're trying to proxy and they're trying to like attempt different ways to essentially weekend at Mitch him, while understanding that it is White Dove, and there is no way to go back from that.
Yeah, I mean, isn't his Senate seat up for grabs this year?
That's a fair question.
I have to look that up.
It looks like someone already won it.
Aw.
Oh, really?
Who
Because
the
it
fuck
said
won
I'm
it?
looking at. I'm looking. Yeah, because January 3rd, 2027. So yeah. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
got
that
Andy
would mean.
Barr. You have a name on your side, Slick? I have Andy Barr.
Let me look. I'm not sure if I didn't scroll down far, so I just looked at what date it was up.
Okay. He's the only. Okay. All right, DJ. All right, DJ. All right. Listen, I may have dropped you for the nonsense, but that's wild. That's an insane thing to say, and I'm not saying that that's okay. That is a mean thing to say. How dare you?
Yeah, I see that Andy Barr ran or won the Republican nomination, but I'm not seeing a Democrat going up against him yet.
Secondary question: What? And Slay, I want you to be just as honest as you can here. What do you think about that blonde girl that's been going viral? Blonde lady, I'm sorry, that's been going viral. She acts very young. Who like follows Trump around and
Oh
carries
yeah,
around a
his
printer?
printer. Yeah, the
Yeah. How do
human
you feel about
printer.
that?
Oh, well, I think that she wishes that Trump could still perform and he can't perform, so yeah.
Ooh, misbehavior. Age, state, who you voted for, please.
27, Florida, Donald Trump.
Okay. Slay, go ahead.
Oh, good God. Why'd you vote for Trump?
I've been up here before. I don't know if you remember me, but essentially it's Roe v. Wade, children transitioning, and Charlie Kirk. Those are the three main reasons.
Oh, good God. Oh. All right. Well, I'm not going to get into the whole AB thing, but it sounds like you kind of care about children, though, right?
Of course.
Oh, awesome. So after if we just decide that we were going to make the AB, I'm only touching on part of this. If we was going to make the AB thing completely federalized, illegal, across the board, should we feed those children that we're going to force these women to have?
I actually don't think we should have a federal abortion ban. I don't think, first of all, that would ever happen. And I don't think that that would be something that would benefit all women. I used to be an abolitionist. Now I'm pro-life, and I'm even contemplating being pro-choice. But
Oh,
it's
okay.
still important to me that we limit women from being able to do it electively. I can understand in the case of like a child getting pregnant, but when it comes to adults, I think that people should kind of take it a little bit more seriously than just, oh, I just don't feel like having a child, or oh, I'm too poor, or oh, I already have 3 kids. Lawless, are you okay? You look like you're in distress. What's wrong? I like your hair. That's really cool. Thumbs up. Great.
Yeah. Look, would you like to say anything, Laws? Because I mean, this topic just isn't something that I want to speak on.
I don't understand why you're against ABs. It's not like people are out there getting them, well, I got 5 this week. Like, that's not.
I never said that they were doing it like that.
Well, you said that they're doing it, you made it sound like they're doing them just willy-nilly. And that's not the case. One of my suite mates in college had to get one, and it destroyed her. I mean, her life was never the same because of that decision she had to make. It is not an easy decision for women to make.
I never said what it was.
Then I'm just really confused. Like, please help me understand. Like, why are you against it then? Why?
So I believe that life begins at conception. I believe that a embryo, fetus, etc. in the womb are human and alive, and if left to its natural processes without external issues, it will grow into a baby. And I don't think that we should just discriminate against somebody because of their age or their location. So let me ask you, do you think that we should have laws that protect the lives of patients in our country?
Yeah, I mean, we have those laws.
Right. Do you think those laws should also apply to patients who weren't born in the United States?
Yes, they do. It's called EMTALA.
Then I would argue that those laws should also apply to patients who aren't born in the United States yet, because we are diagnosing, curing, and treating babies in the womb as patients every single day in this country. So that's where I find the issue with this. A pro-choice panel gave me some good food for thought recently, which is why I'm kind of rethinking my framework around this issue, because they made the point that, well, life begins at conception, sure, but without implantation, it can't grow into a baby. So, for example, if you're doing IVF and there's frozen embryos in 21 years, can those embryos drink alcohol? Well, no, because they were conceived, but they weren't implanted. So it's just something that I've been working through in my head recently. Again, I used to be full-blown abolitionist, ban it, and then also criminally prosecute the mothers and doctors that perform them. Now I'm pro-life with exceptions, specifically for children and grape, and life of the mother. But now I'm even rethinking my framework around it becoming pro-choice because of the issue that I see when you're bringing IVF into the conversation. It's just a lot that I've been thinking about.
So if there was an accident,
Mhm.
two people are having sex, happen to get pregnant, they should be forced to have that kid?
See, that's why I'm because if they're using birth control, then obviously they're not planning on having a child, right? Like
Then
abortion
you're
isn't birth control.
pro-choice. No,
Right. So they're
you are
making
pro-choice.
right.
Pro
Well, no, I don't.
pro-choice. Hold on. Pro-choice does not mean we want to unalive all babies all the time.
Right.
Pro-choice just means we want to give the person the right under their own circumstances to make that call of what's best for them and their family and their future.
But I just
We're
don't think
not
it's firm enough.
it's not pro unalivement. It's just giving that choice back to who it affects, whose body it affects.
Well, I would argue though the fetus does have its own body. Yes, it's inside. People always remember the kidney argument. I think it's bullshit. It's really annoying. You know, my body shouldn't be. I shouldn't use my body to like forcibly to sustain another human. So if I needed a kidney and you're the only one that was the match, would the government force you to give it to me? I don't like that argument. People make it all the time, and I don't see that falling through. But when it comes to it being a choice, it's a little too vague for me, in my opinion, because there could conceivably be somebody who would
But
like choose to just not have the responsibility.
well, and you're gonna get that with anything. Anything, and like there's always gonna be people who make that choice, and that's their choice. But that doesn't mean that you have to say for everyone else, no, you're not allowed to do this.
But not every other
See?
choice, but not
Like,
every other choice in our life impacts another human to the point that they can't grow or develop or even like have their life.
but what you're saying is because of only a certain amount of people, handful of people who do this as this is their first contraception per se, that you want to make it harder for other people who really do need it. You want to make it harder for them to have it
No, it's
safely.
the opposite. I want to make it harder for people who aren't responsible.
But
If you have
that's the
sex and you have a condom and it breaks, that's understandable in
but
my
they're not
opinion.
going to they're not looking at that. You don't go and check a box saying, yeah, I was having sex, the condom broke, that's why I'm here. It isn't that. They're going to look and say, is it medically necessary? No. Okay, you don't get it then. So it's either a yes or a no.
If it's grape or medically necessary, I can understand. But like, let me tell you, I had a sorority sister in
But
college who
hold
got
on, hold
pregnant
on,
with
hold on,
twins.
hold on.
No,
No,
let me
because now,
finish.
no. Because now you're going back on it.
I haven't gone back on it at all.
You have. So before we
I
started
said it shouldn't be
talking about,
elective.
but that is if their condom broke, if their contraceptive fails, then it would be elective because there is not a medical reason to stop it from progressing.
I understand the point you're making now.
So
Sorry. Yeah, no, I get it
that's
now.
technically elective.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been
But
going
like
back
I
and
said, it's not being pro unalive, like, yeah, all the kids, bash them on the head, whatever. It's just giving it back to the people who it's affecting their body. It's,
I
if
struggle to
you,
see though that there aren't people that are like that. I watch clips all the
but,
time
but
of
again,
pro-lifers talking to pro-choicers, and they're like, "Yeah, if you had sex with me, I'd abort all your kids." Blah, blah, blah. Like, there's people that are like that. You can't tell me there aren't. I
but
know
you
the face
also
you're
know that
making.
a lot of
Look up
people
any
just
of these
talk.
clips, dude. I'm telling you.
I,
They think it's
I
Because you
funny.
take
okay.
it from those people doesn't mean
Hold
you're
on,
not
Kay,
taking
Kay,
other
hold on,
people.
hold on. Give me a second, Kay. I got
Like
this. It's all right,
they
man.
think they
Hold
think it's
on, hold
funny.
on. I get that, but you're also taking something from the internet. Like, come
These
on,
are
let's
real
be honest.
conversations that people
Let's be
have.
honest, dude. If people know it's gonna be on the internet
These
and
are
whatnot,
real people that say these things, and there's a lot of them out there. They think it's funny.
dude, okay. Where so you're telling me to go look up these videos that are gonna be on social media, right?
Yeah, they're all over.
Okay. So these people know that they're going to be on the internet then. So do you think that they're going to want to fucking crack up and, because it's the internet, you know,
Well, even in a
actions
lot of the
don't have
conversations though that I
consequences?
have with them, that's how they act as well. It's not just me watching through the internet. I have conversations with pro-choicers all the time, and they think it's funny.
Okay, we'll have a conversation with me then. Do I think it's
Okay.
funny?
I hope not.
Well, ask me a question.
Doesn't seem like you think that it's funny.
No.
You actually seem very respectful and reasonable, which is
Sorry,
not
I'm
very
not laughing
often.
at you. I'm laughing at Slip. I'm sorry.
You're fine. It's okay. I get it.
That was a bad. I'm so
No,
sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. I'm not offended. I'm not offended at all.
No, and you're talking to someone. I was adopted. I am the product of. Well, I don't even fucking know because she can't get her story straight. Um,
And that's sad. I want to be very sympathetic
yes.
about that. I don't want
So
it to be like your mom and like it's not like
no,
that.
no, and I don't have. I was adopted as a baby, so when I reached out to her when I turned 30, she said she wanted nothing to do with me. She has issues, whatever.
I'm really sorry about that because that's not fair.
No, but I'm happy with how my life turned out. I'm glad that my biological mother had that choice. I'm glad that she didn't give me, didn't AB me because I have an awesome family, but that's not how it always is.
But we don't
I'm an
know that.
extremely lucky person.
Right, but we don't know that though. I would rather a child be
I
born
do.
and
You can
I would
go and look at statistics.
okay, I was a public school teacher for 6 years. I've seen a lot of family dynamics, a ton of different family dynamics. Families that are Catholic and families that are LGBTQ community, families that only
Right.
have one parent, families where they're homeless. I've had 7 kindergartners that were homeless in one class one year. I see a lot of family dynamics. I
Right.
would rather have each and every one of my babies in that classroom than aborted because their family thought, oh, we can't give them the life that they want. We can't afford it. We can't this or that. I struggle with it so much because I also work with CASA and DCFS in the area that I live in. Like I work very hard, oftentimes without any pay,
I
just because
commend you
like
for
I
that.
love them and I feel terrible that they might grow up in a world and think, damn, I could
I
have or I should have been aborted.
I commend you for doing all of that. But we do know the cases where people are treated horrible. They're bounced from foster care to foster care. They
Of
grow up
course.
with issues. That's more often than the really really lucky ones that end up in good stable families like me.
But I would rather them
Um
be born and struggle than be dead without a
no.
chance.
No. So you would rather have someone go through literal hell. Hell. A baby, a child go through hell and get abused, neglected, all of that?
Over
You
than
want them to go
getting
through
murdered
that every day?
or they don't even have a chance at life.
You want them to go through that you
I
want
no
a
no ma'am,
human
no no
no
no. Or
no
sorry, I
no
don't know if
no
you're a ma'am.
no no. You want a human child to go through that pain every day? That's okay with you?
You're making it sound like I'm pro child abuse. That's literally what you're saying. You would want them to go through that every day. No, I don't want a child to be abused.
There you go.
I don't want a child to be abused, but if it's between death and life, I would pick life.
So you would want a child who would be born into a horrible situation.
If you're making it sound like I'm pro child abuse, then
Hold
you are
on.
so far off the plot.
Hold on. You're getting upset. I'm not getting
Because
upset.
you're making it sound like I'm like, oh, well, as long as they're alive, they get the shit kicked out of them. That means that I'm happy. No, that's why I do what I do.
I'm
And I
not
do it
making it sound like
voluntarily.
anything.
You absolutely are.
I'm saying exactly, I'm reiterating everything. So, a kid is born into an awful situation, horrible situation that could have been avoided had there been an AB. You want that kid to stay in that situation?
No, I don't want children to stay in situations where they're being
There you
abused.
go. There you go.
That's why I do what I do.
There you go. Then you are pro-choice. If you can see that there is a situation where
We'll never be
someone-
able to tell.
Hold on. But that's where you have to trust the parent to know that, hey, I'm not ready for this. So I'm going to get an AB because I am unprepared for this. If you force that person who is unprepared to have a kid, or who's growing up poor, or anything like that, is in horrible situations themselves, you're bringing a baby into a horrible, horrible situation.
I'd
So
like
yes,
to know the statistics
Hold on.
behind.
Okay.
I want to know. I want to know.
I don't have those statistics.
If there's data, no, listen, I would like to know if there is data from where people have interviewed victims of abuse as children and asked them, yes or no, would you rather have been aborted?
I don't know if I can find that specific thing, but
Yes,
I can try.
yes,
way that we
I'm
can
so sorry.
settle
They have.
this.
They have?
They have. They
That was
have.
56.
All right, well then I need
I was
that
literally
in the
part of it.
chat.
I was literally part of it. Yes, they have.
You would have rather have been aborted?
I was asked that question, and respectfully, I was just saying that to answer the question. If Lawless wants to pass it to me, she can, but that's a y'all conversation. I will speak after on it if you'd like me to.
You can just say yes or no.
He just said that he answered it. Whether
Right,
his
what did
answer
he
is
say?
on his answer is his answer. That's a very personal thing. But
Oh my
you
God.
asked, hey,
Where's the source?
hey, stop. Stop getting upset. Stop over talking. Talk to me. It's okay. I'm not raising my voice at you. I'm not getting angry. You asked if there were statistics for it. You asked if people had been asked that question. He answered you. He said, yes, this has been asked. There are statistics for it. So that's your answer. I'm not going to make him tell you the answer. I'm sorry. No. Digital, I'm gonna mute you, man. You got some background noise going on there. Anyway, misbehavior, I think that I'm going around in circles with you, so I'm going to pass you to who's next.
I'm going to drop the website down below that cites sources. I'm not trying to interrupt. It may not come through all the way.
Okay, appreciate you, Kay. Thank you. Tammy, you're up next. Go for it. Thank you for having this conversation with me. I appreciate
I was
that.
going to let Rage go ahead because
Yeah, thank
I
you.
might not be nice on this. It's okay. Go ahead,
I
Rage.
followed you,
I'm going to
Lala.
stay silent with this.
I'm sorry, what
Okay,
did you say, Tammy? I didn't hear what
what's
you
that?
said. I didn't hear what Tammy said.
I said I wouldn't be too nice, so I'm going to pass it to Rage because I have no comments for what you were saying.
So, misbehaving. What would you think if I told you that I believe that men are the reason for ABs in America?
You're going to have to clarify what you mean by that.
I mean, do you think
You're
that there's
saying
any?
you're like pro vasectomy or something? Is that the point you're trying to make?
Here's my point. So, the patriarchy, which is fully funded and supported by MAGA, directly correlates.
Here we go.
Don't be disrespectful to me. Just listen.
My name
This
is
is my
literally
first.
misbehavior.
Oh, you calm down over there. We're just a couple of pals having a convo, okay? I'm not out to get you, I swear. So the patriarchy, this is a real thing, okay? It's fully funded and supported by MAGA. It directly correlates to the amount of ABs in the country. Data from the Guttmacher Institute says that 50% of patients receiving an AB used some form of birth control in the month which they conceived, whether or not it was because it failed or there was incorrect administration, like they didn't take it how they were supposed to. So if we look at the forms of birth control we have now, we have the pill for women, and men don't typically take the pill due to side effects. However, women have side effects as well. If it were equal and fair access across the board for men and women, men would be encouraged to have vasectomies because there are way less adverse effects than medication and the procedure is reversible. But men make the laws to govern women's bodies. Men run big pharma and medicine that makes the birth control, and they say who has to take it. Also, how are we supposed to expect women to keep their children when they don't receive financial support? MAGA and Republicans have consistently voted to strip away social programs to support single and struggling mothers and their children. Trump has just made massive cuts to WIC, even things like school, like free school lunches. So like what kind of incentives are these for women to look at and be like, what kind of life is my child going to have? Not to mention broader issues such as cost of living, limited access to affordable healthcare, like rising healthcare costs because of things like the Big Beautiful Bill, and gaps in sex education, which we all know that our education system is all kinds of effed up, so gutting that isn't going to help anything. All of those contribute to unintended pregnancies. Statistically, the same amount of women, if not more, have the same amount of ABs under Republican administrations because the shared life circumstances for many conservative Republican women are the same as women from other backgrounds.
Ma'am.
They still face same medical emergencies, same financial pressures, same unintended pregnancy situations.
Ma'am, I don't want
What?
to interrupt, but you are making me drink from a fire hydrant right now. You were
Yeah, you just said a lot of stuff to say nothing.
You're well, not
What do you
necessarily.
mean?
Just
Yo.
ignore him. Ignore him. I don't know why he said that. That's not the point I'm trying to make. But you are giving me a ton of information at a rapid pace. It's really
Sorry.
difficult for me to follow.
It's my ADHD.
No,
I talk really fast.
I understand. So let me just ask this. Is the point that you're making that we are having more or we need more ABs because of men and because of the patriarchy?
I'm saying men contribute to the reason why the number of ABs is so high in this country.
Okay. Well, of course. I mean, a man,
Mostly.
a woman can only get pregnant if a man is involved. So either directly or indirectly. So I don't really know.
Yeah, but society says women for the most part take birth control, right? Like guys don't take it, but there is a pill for guys to take. But men are like, oh, we don't like the side effects.
What's the point you're trying to make? That we would reduce ABs by limiting men from having access to women in our society?
Dismantling the patriarchy, my dear, because men run big pharma, they govern women's bodies. What?
Rach, you are adding a lot of extra, like we're talking strictly about AB right now, and I feel like you're adding in a couple extra other issues and sprinkling Trump in there.
This all fits into AB because these are reasons why women have abortions.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm not. Seriously, okay. I'm trying to track what you're saying, but it's you're combining several different things, in my opinion. Like you're combining Trump, patriarchy, men, access to birth control, male birth control. Like you're adding a lot of issues in at a time. Let's just focus on one thing. When you say that more abortions are caused because of the patriarchy, you're gonna have to explain to me what the patriarchy is, where it is, who's involved in
sorry.
it, and what the correlation is between the patriarchy and abortion. Because I don't believe that there is a patriarchy. I'm actually an anti-feminist, believe it or not. So you're gonna have to explain that to me.
Okay. Well, can you name me any laws that women have made about men's bodies?
Why would a woman need to? Why? What? Lawmakers are the patriarchy? You're gonna have to explain to me what laws a woman would need to have for a man. How would you go about regulating men's bodies?
Why can't women make the laws and say men have to take the birth control and men have to have vasectomies to stop?
Well, a woman, first off, a woman would have to be able to get into that position, and we've seen twice.
And that's the patriarchy, hon.
Ma'am. No. Two
That's
women.
what it is.
You are yelling at me. There have been two.
No,
Yes,
I'm
you are.
speaking
You're literally
passionately.
yelling at me. There are two women that tried to run for president. How did that turn out?
That is the patriarchy. Do you know what the glass ceiling is?
Oh my God, dude.
Can I speak from a male perspective?
No.
Well, then I'll just get off. That's fine.
I'm sorry. I
Okay,
feel like I
bye.
have way too much education to even be dealing with this conversation right now. Sorry, y'all. I'm
Then don't
dropping.
talk to me then.
Girl, please open a book, okay? Bye, y'all.
Okay, please. I was going to say something rude. I'm going to hold my tongue. I don't even know what that was. That was...
Rage is very, very knowledgeable, and I wish you would have.
She doesn't
listened to
sound
her.
like it. I was asking her legit questions, and then she just left. So I guess she's...
Calm.
No,
Because you're yelling at her,
I'm not
dude.
gonna change the way that I talk. You can drop me too. I don't give a shit. My name is literally misbehavior. So
You and I just had a really good conversation. What the fuck just happened?
I had her start screaming at me about the patriarchy, and there was absolutely no correlation between what she was saying and the argument that we're having.
There is
I
a
asked her
correlation,
specifically.
but-
I asked, well, then can you explain it? I tried to ask her. She just left.
My
So I don't
argument.
know. You never said anything about the patriarchy.
It's not my argument. That's not the
And it isn't
direction I
mine.
took
That
it.
wasn't what we were even talking about.
That's not the direction I wanted to take it.
And look at her
That's-
now in the comments typing in all
Dude,
caps.
Dude,
Like,
she's a
holy-
mod. She types in all caps because she's a mod. That means it gets
I know. I'm
seen.
just saying it's ironic. She won't talk to me, but she'll talk shit in the like whatever. I don't care.
No,
but,
she's not talking
but
to
that's
you
the
because-
patriarchy, right?
Hey.
Hi.
calm
I'll
down.
come talk shit to you. I can do that if you want.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
No, you're good, Ray.
I love a productive conversation with
Hey.
two women. It goes so well.
Enough.
You're only
Rage.
saying that to me
Enough.
then drop me. Stop fucking yelling at me.
Girl.
No, I am gonna fucking yell at you, little girl.
Are you
Sit
on your
ass down and
period?
get schooled.
Are you
I
on
am,
your
yeah.
period?
Yes.
Yeah, I could tell. Oh, was that a patriarchal statement I just made? Damn.
Go ahead,
So,
Rage. Go ahead, Rage. You're good.
Oh no, that's all. She just wanted to know what the patriarchy was. I mean, so
You
last
haven't
time I
said
checked,
anything.
women didn't found the country, rule the country. It was just old ass white men, and they're still running shit. They wrote the history books. They make the laws. They run the big pharma. They run medicine. That's why
Let me
there's
ask you a question.
disparities. Yes.
Let me ask you a question. What would Kamala Harris have done better than Donald Trump if she was in office right now? What would our country look like? And what are some
Everything.
policies? What are some? See, that's the blanket answer that nobody can actually give detailed.
I can tell
examples
you.
of. Yeah, what are 3 policies that Kamala Harris had that would have benefited our country?
She wanted to pass the Langford immigration bill, which would have put more jobs for border control. It would have put funding.
That would have benefited our country.
Yeah,
It was getting muted.
because I was trying to answer your question, and I didn't mute you.
It was me.
A man
was
that's
gonna say,
silencing
there's
a woman.
two
Is this the
people.
patriarchy? Look, a man
It
that's
is.
silencing a woman. There's the
It
patriarchy.
is. But you're anti-feminist, so it's okay. It works. Anyway, go ahead. Listen, I said we were besties, and we were just having a convo. I ain't out to get you misbehaving. I'm sorry if I said misbehavior. I'm sorry if I said anything rude. I apologize.
It was
I
me
get
this
I get
time.
very passionate. I get very
I'm
passionate.
I'm sorry too, Rage.
Okay, all right. Well, if I could shake your hand, I would.
Oh,
I can
bestie.
Look
do.
at
I
that.
can do.
Look at that.
I would.
Let's go, everybody.
I would ask for consent to give you a hug.
Oh, was that a little feminism I heard? Oh,
Hey.
Asking
okay.
for consent. I don't think that that's a feminist.
That's moralism.
Sure. So women and men don't share. Whatever. When did this turn into a man versus woman conversation? We were talking about babies.
Yeah.
Like,
it's my opinion that men have a lot more say. In
and why is
what?
that?
Because, well, think about like if things were different in society. Why, like, if you just picture if roles were reversed, right? Like, why, just because women like deliver babies, why do they have to be ones to take birth control? Who decided that rule? That mostly women would take it, even though there is an option for men. It has to be some type of like pressure or something that's coming from somewhere.
Well, there's one really, really, really popular, cheap option for men to use for birth control that.
Ooh, the condominiums.
Right, like. Also, I think.
But you, girl, listen, you've been with a guy who's like, I don't like them. They're not comfortable.
I don't feel good.
Listen.
Alfredo.
Rage. Oh my god.
Or they smoke it
Fuck,
off
dude.
and they don't
Listen.
tell you.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
Birth control has other benefits for women, though. For example, period regulation, things like that. So I don't think it's just like a I don't want babies right now type of thing. Like, people get prescribed birth control for a few different reasons. I myself have had several different kinds of birth control because I have a chronic pain condition that nobody really knows why I have it or what's going on. I can't even use tampons. So it's like there's a lot of other
I'm
things.
sorry, I was studying that. Check out it's called vaginismus. It's when your muscles are really tense and they're not able to relax. It's actually a very real thing and a lot of women have it. It's very painful. I would Google
studying
that.
to be a nurse. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I have to go to a physical therapist and everything, so it's not.
I'm really
it's not
sorry.
great, but here's the thing, though. I can't imagine a world in which, from the several times that I've been raped, if I were to become pregnant and be like comfortable with unaliving my child, given my medical issues, given the fact that I didn't have consent in that situation. I just feel like I find it really hard to put myself in the shoes of another person when I myself, like, this is what I feel so deeply. I really just don't see the benefit of abortion in our country outside of medical purposes.
Right.
And great.
I mean, I'm not a fan of it either. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the fact that, you know, you said that you believe that life begins at conception. I believe life begins a little after conception, right when I don't want anything to suffer or feel pain. So when a central nervous system is developed, I don't like the fact that women are having ABs when we know that a child sucks its thumb in the womb, a fetus will suck its thumb and it can feel pain. It responds to stimuli and
It also affects women. Like it's
it
not
affects
like,
them mentally too. It's a very
right. It's not like, oh, you can just go get an abortion and it's like a 2-minute doctor visit and then it's like no consequences. Like, it, first of all, it's expensive. Right. You can't just like take $100 and go get one. It's very expensive, and on top of it, there's a ton of negative consequences for the women. And I'm gonna say something that I know you're gonna get really pissed. I
won't. Go ahead. You're good.
Well, I've got a crystal ball. I think you're gonna hate this. I don't support the fact that a woman could get an abortion without consulting with the man, because he should have a right in what happens to his child too.
It's not his child till it's out, though.
I agree.
What do you mean it's not his child?
Like right now, we have in all 50 states, you can't go into a court system and be like,
hold up, guys. Hold up. Hold up, Kay. Hold up. I'm sorry. Hold up.
Sorry, Miss. I agree with you. And let me tell you,
What?
under the stipulations of why I agree,
God,
in
Rage.
in
Girl.
in a
You just
typical
screamed at
loving
me about the patriarchy
relationship.
and men for like 10 minutes, and now you're like, no, I
But
agree. A man
listen,
should have a say.
but
What
listen.
the fuck, dude?
In a mutual, consensual, loving relationship that's emotionally supportive, yes, a man should have a say for sure when both partners care about each other. But in terms of
What?
abandonment, if a man just turns around and abandons a woman, or it's because of abuse that she became pregnant, I think that those are different situations. It's not black and white. There's varying shades of gray. And why I bring up the patriarchy is because all of those things that I named to you is being proactive to stop it before it even starts, whereas AB is just an option. It's reactive. It's a reactive response to an issue. So it's like if we could just nip it in the bud, then it wouldn't have to, nobody would have to, no little fetus would have to unalive or ever feel pain. That's why I say these things. Women are more likely to go through with their pregnancies if they are financially supported, and that's on both sides of the aisle. These social programs, and I was ranting about Trump because the big beautiful bill he passed cut a lot of social programs and funds for single mothers and babies and their babies for WIC. It's like people will say, okay, pro-life, but then once the baby is born, it's like, okay, well, screw you after that, they're expecting women to bring children into a world where it's hard. They're struggling to feed them, where people these days are having to choose between picking up their medications at the pharmacy or buying groceries or putting gas in their car. Like we're that tight and we're that hurt because of the cost of living everywhere. So it's kind of like, that's why it's just one big mishmash of problems, and we just got to try to seek solutions. And I think it's better to be proactive and just stop it before it even becomes an issue. If you understand what I mean by that.
Sort of. I mean, obviously, I don't want a woman struggling, trapped, and alone. But at the same time, I just don't see how abortion fixes that, because she was already poor and struggling.
Well, me personally,
so it's like,
if it
now
happened
you
to
have a
me,
child,
I
you still have
would
the
give it
same
up for
issue.
adoption if it were me.
Like, it's not like, oh, I can just go get an abortion and then like my life is just fixed. Like, that's not how it works.
Oh yeah, you're
a lot
not
of the
wrong.
issues that they would have raising the child they already had without. So what's the point in murdering somebody for it?
You're not wrong. But a lot of those
Lawless apparently disagrees.
No, I get it. A lot of those things like poverty and stuff, they affect children developmentally. So they're screwed up for the rest of their lives because they grow up in impoverished situations.
But you can't say that. You don't know that they'll be screwed up for the rest of their lives. There's
That's
so many
true,
people.
too.
There's
That's
so
true,
many people
too.
that were born in shit circumstances that have turned it around. And it's
But
like,
statistically,
who are we to make the choice for them to not even have the chance?
I get that. I totally hear what you're saying. And I agree with you personally, but in general, people who are born into poverty have a very hard time escaping it. And a lot of people are products of their environment. So poverty is where a lot of crime happens. So if a woman is living in a poor area and she doesn't want to have a kid because she knows what kind of you ever seen the movie Quentin Tarantino movie Kill Bill, and Uma Thurman is the assassin and she has a baby, she gets pregnant and she's like, okay, I can't be like an assassin anymore because she knows what kind of life that would give her child. I'm not saying like, I'm just drawing the illustration for you. Like, there's some wild and crazy stuff that happens out there when people are living in poverty. They make money how they need to make money, regardless of whether or not it's legal. They will hurt other people to take care of their families because they're forced to do so. That's just, and women don't want that for their kid, because a lot of people, I feel like, would empathize with that. Like, wow, like, that fucked me up growing up. Like, I don't want that for my kid.
Does Does Sales over everything want to say something? Because he's like.
Go ahead, Sales.
I'm
Unless
getting a
someone was
vibe.
after me, sorry.
Getting a vibe that he's very
Sales is
unhappy.
sales.
Oh, I'm just here. But I have a very
Sales is
great. I'm gonna let y'all
vibing.
go. I'm just
You seem
vibing.
really upset. Are you
I know I'm not
good?
a. I'm not upset. I'm hot. There's two different things. But no, I have a very important statistic to bring up to show that my presidency is doing
Oh, Jesus.
amazing compared to
Sales.
2020 to
Okay, well then,
2020 to 24.
Sales.
you got
Just saying.
Sales.
answers, dude.
Sales.
You're gonna have to wait.
He can
I'm
say
gonna
it.
wait.
I'm not gonna be
No,
offended.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because I know Law's gonna have some stuff to say. I'm gonna wait. That's my bestie though. Love you, Laws.
Am I gonna
I
get
can't stay for
mad,
much longer though.
Sales?
I don't think you're gonna get mad, but you're gonna be like, no, that's not how that works. So we'll see.
Oh,
Sales
Sales.
is the MAGA cousin I never asked for.
No.
I prefer adoptive child, but okay.
No.
I can't stay for much longer. I'm just letting y'all know.
Did anyone else want to talk to
I gotta study, y'all. Good night. I love you. Misbehavior. It's a pleasure. I'll see you on the TikTok streets, girl.
Oh Jesus.
Bye,
y'all.
y'all.
Sounds like a plan.
See you, Rach. Kay, Rafi, Tammy.
I was.
Oh, she left.
Yeah, I was gonna ask her why. Yeah, it's okay. I got heated. I had to put my phone down.
I was like,
Well,
I thought
damn.
Rach was the one leaving. No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I guess a point you guys can bring up if she comes back or if you have anyone else. I always ask, why does it take a woman getting violated for us to be offered options? And
oh,
I don't know why. I got dropped.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. A moderator dropped me.
Oh, it might have been. So TikTok does this thing occasionally. I've had it done to me where it says that, but it'll just like fucking drop you for no reason. It's stupid. Anyway, Kay, go ahead.
I was just gonna. I like asking people who are on the fence or pro, I guess, lifers. Why does it take a woman being violated for us to have a choice? And all abortion is technically healthcare because you can't get the Plan C pill or the procedure without being in some sort of medical doctor's office setting. Otherwise, we're going back way back when women were using coat hangers. And it also, in the billing world, has a really big effect because when women go in for miscarriages or D&Cs, I don't know if they like that word on TikTok anymore. You never know. They're billed as spontaneous ABs. Like that's what goes in your chart. So when people are like, "Oh, it's outlawed. Let's do this, this, and this," it has a massive effect on things that aren't just walking into a clinic and eating a baby, which is not what people are doing. The 1% that happens late term and late trimester because of severe fetal abnormalities, or the parent typically is choosing to do drugs they shouldn't be doing.
I don't support a complete abortion ban. You do realize this, right?
Correct. Yeah. I'm just saying in general, I like asking or hearing opinions on, like, I guess, why is rape and incest why does it take somebody's rights being
Let's keep
violated?
it TikTok friendly.
Great. Why does it take somebody being violated for you to feel they deserve a medical decision about their body?
Well, it's not their body.
But it is.
So if I'm pregnant and
I'm 8 months pregnant, mind you. So to this day, this argument crazy.
But listen,
it's my body.
Okay, so if I'm pregnant and I have a male fetus inside of me, am I intersex because I have male genitalia technically?
No, you're only intersex if you're born heterosexual, or not hetero. If you're born
right,
as a
but if it's my
hermaphrodite.
body and there's a penis inside of me,
correct, it's a baby
how
that
am
you're
I not
carrying, but it doesn't change your genetic makeup.
What?
It does not change your genetic makeup, which you were born with and which
But
you
it's my
have.
body, according to you.
Correct.
So then
it's an organism in you that cannot live without you that you have to make decisions for. And quality of life should also matter.
Not necessarily
more
make decisions for, but okay.
No, you should make decisions.
So are you saying that during a
last week.
D&E, which by the way is a late term procedure, no D&E,
dilation and curettage.
Dilation and evacuation. Do you know that procedure?
Yes, but it's not billed that way in Virginia, so I apologize.
Okay, well, so Whose body are they dismembering? Is it the mother's body that they're dismembering?
It's part of the mother's body that's coming out of her uterus that she is having to form and create.
It's not the mother's body that's being dismembered. It's the baby's body. So you can't use
That's
it's
not
my
true
body.
because they have to remove the placenta as well and anything else that has contributed to the formation of the baby and that's taking and removing from the mother's body.
Right, but the arms, legs, and head, that's not the mother's body.
It doesn't have bodily autonomy or rights until it's born.
I completely disagree with that. If I'm pregnant and I'm walking into a Planned Parenthood and I'm ready to abort my child and I get murdered,
we gotta
it's
use
two
TikTok
lives that
friendly
are
language, dude.
sorry,
We
and I
gotta
get
use-
murdered. There's 2 lives that are
Depending on what
taken.
state you're in, yes and no. Some people don't see it that way, and some lawmakers that everybody love to adore and let control our bodies now.
But
don't
think
see it
about
that
common
way.
sense, Kay. Just common sense.
Wait,
You also
wait,
have to
wait.
know the person's pregnant. Sorry, Laws, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, do you think that every D&E is like for a full-term fetus?
No, I'm just saying when we
Because you're
dismember
talking about the head and stuff. You do know that this happens. Let's see.
It's what I looked it
have-
up earlier. It's 1% of the time, and it only happens for fetal abnormalities if the parent pops positive on specific drug tests, meaning that the baby doesn't have a chance to live anyway once it comes outside of the womb, and or
Right.
mental health reasons such as suicidal and certain diagnoses that put themselves and what could be the baby in danger later.
Right.
mental
Like,
health.
correct. Like a
So
diagnosis
because the mother is suicidal, let's unalive the baby growing inside of her.
my
That makes a lot of
Typically,
sense.
they have to have a diagnosis from a psychiatrist with I think it's sociopathy or something else, and they have to be basically a psychopath and a sociopath, and it has to be diagnosed because those traits can be passed down. There's all kinds of. I've sent you the link. I don't know if it went through, but it's 1%, and those women still deserve a choice. They still deserve
Okay,
the
but
choice.
it doesn't matter like the frequency of when these things happen. I think it's wrong to dismember a baby in the womb. Is that just me, or does anyone else agree? I'm just wondering.
It's not like that though.
Is it
That's the
wrong?
thing.
Is it
It's
wrong?
not like just
They're not going in
America.
and sawing a leg off and being like, "Hey, look at this! I have a baby."
right.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
They give you the option of the pill, the Plan C pill,
No.
depending on your gestation,
Is that
and then they go
procedure
in and they
wrong?
vacuum. I don't think so. It's healthcare at the end of the day
Oh
because not all
my
those babies are
God.
not all those babies are viable. Not all those babies have quality of
Holy
life.
shit.
Not all of them have a chance.
You don't know that.
If somebody comes to me and says your baby has this
Hey.
diagnosis at 8 months pregnant, I have a
Hey,
full size
stop.
human in me right now.
No,
Stop.
miss, you
Who
stop.
believes?
She was
Okay, well, then
talking
I'll
to you.
leave.
I have
I'll
an
leave.
8-month-old
Y'all
baby
have an
inside me right now
amazing-
that has a head and legs and everything. If I get told tomorrow that I have a diagnosis I don't agree with her that completely depletes quality of life, it's a full baby in her eyes. Yeah, I would go in and be like, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
I'm not deeming a person to shit quality of life, especially when I know that the end result is state facilities where they have force-fed time, or that's crazy to me because it's not like this crying, happy little angel thing that comes out and goes, "Wah, don't kill me."
Right.
That's not happening.
Right. Right. She dropped
What?
herself. That was she left.
Why didn't we
That wow. Wow.
I see. This is why I have an issue with people standing outside and being allowed outside of Planned Parenthood, because you have 16, 17-year-olds going in there for birth control. You have people that go in there for other reasons, gynecologically, that they can't get seen or don't have insurance reasons for. And then you have people chilling out there with signs of babies cut up. And it's like that they're useful for other things. And until you come up with a resource like, oh, I don't know, let's educate the public system on what happens when you get pregnant, when you have sex, or when you do A, B, C, and D. Oh, and this is actually what happens in pregnancy. And also, we have doctors out here who refuse to sterilize women. You could go in at 20 years old and go, I don't want children. I've made my mind up. And they're going to want to put her on every psych medicine they possibly can, make her go through all these hoops. Like, it's just, there's no middle ground. I feel like it's an extreme, and you can't, that's not possible in the healthcare world because it's never black or white.
Let's see, Nikki.
I didn't mean to
State.
run her off.
No, you're good. She was getting worked up. You're fine. Nikki, age, state, who you voted for, please.
33, New York, Trump.
Okay, thank you. Give me just 1 second. Sales, what is it that I'm going to be pissed off about?
How Trump's doing better than Biden did by like a lot with
Oh my
economic
god,
policies.
sales!
You want me to bring it up? I got you. Okay, so from 2020 to 2020.
That was not me, Sales.
What? Who dared does that to me? Who dared? I shall not be silenced. Fuck you. Maybe I shall be silenced. Now.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, Sales, I'm going to go ahead and let Slay go with Nikki, and then we'll get back to you, okay?
Okay, gotcha.
All right, cool. Go ahead, Slay.
All right. Why'd you vote for Trump?
I like that he was going to secure the border better.
Really?
I like that he was going to do no taxes on tips, and I am benefiting from him not putting no taxes on overtime. And I believe that if you put your 40 hours in a week, that you should get taxed, and then after overtime should not be taxed, and you should keep it for yourself because you've done your due diligence of paying your taxes.
You do. Hold on. Wait a minute. You do know that your overtime's still being taxed. It's just a deduction at the end of the year, right?
Absolutely. And I'm going to
Okay. Okay. So apparently, are you like really, really rich? I mean, do you make like over $60,000 a year?
Yes. My 401k is.
Well, you're one of these rich fuckers then.
Oh, 60,000 is nothing.
Well, that's doing well, more better than 40% of a fucking America does. I mean, 40% of America makes under $51,000 a year.
I got 2 jobs. I work my ass off, and
I'm so fucking happy for you.
Thank
I
you.
don't give 2 shits in a goddamn fuck. How's that?
That's okay. You asked me why I voted for him, so I'm telling you.
But it still don't fucking matter. It still don't fucking matter.
Great.
That little deduction, and it goes away in 2028, right?
That's okay. He still kept his
it's okay.
promise. He still kept his promise.
But then you're gonna go back to being completely taxed out of your ass again, right?
That's okay. My house will be paid
It's
off.
okay. Oh yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Trump, that you stick it in me without Vaseline. It's okay. Thank you.
No, actually,
Thank you for
he's going to be
thanks
gone
for
before
feeding me
that.
fucking
He
dirt,
kept
right?
His promise. He kept his promise,
Yeah.
and it's going great.
Mm.
Are you mad
How come
because
he
my
hasn't passed?
401k is good?
I don't give a shit about a 401 fucking K. Just
my
like
401k's been better
just like you people,
under Trump
just
than
like
it
you
ever has
people
under
sit there
Biden.
and cry. No, you can shut up. Just like you people
well,
sit
you
there
asked
and
me
cry
why I
about
voted
how
for
this.
him.
Well, you can shut up now. I'm speaking. Just like you people like to say, "Oh, the stock market's doing so great." So that must mean the economy's doing so great, and the economy's not. The economy fucking blows.
Oh,
What?
no, Slay. It's the Dow! The Dow!
If the stock market was bad, I wouldn't have my 401k zooming forward.
Okay, you know what? I don't give a shit about that stock market. I hope that motherfucking
Do you
thing
know
just
how
fucking
401k
collapses
works?
tomorrow. I hope the whole fucking stock market fucking collapses.
Hello?
That way you lose every fucking dollar that you done suck into it.
If the economy's sucking, why is my 401k up?
Because your 401k has nothing to do with the economy.
Sure it does.
No. See, metrics that tell if the economy is doing well is unemployment, which is up.
How high was it under Biden? Tell us.
Median wages aren't growing.
It was worse under Biden.
Inflation is up.
And under Biden, it was 9%.
Jesus Christ. Do you people know anything? Like, really, seriously,
Absolutely.
do you actually
Are
know
you
anything? Is there
absolutely
anything
mad
in that
because-
mind of yours?
Are
Why
you
did
absolutely
inflation?
mad because we're benefiting and we're doing good?
Why did inflation hit 9%?
Muted you. You can come off mute.
Let's go ahead.
Why did? Okay, well, let me tell you why. Because a little something happened in 2020, when Trump was still president, and he shut the economy down. Well, he wasn't the only person that did that. That happened all across the globe. Everybody shut their economies down. So even if say we wouldn't
Economies
have
were
shut,
never shut down.
if we wouldn't have shut our, yes it was everything
Border was
open?
never closed.
Oh my
Borders were never
fucking god!
closed. Oh, you
Yes,
might
it
want to look
was
that up.
Title 42. Title 42. Trump put Title 42 in place. It fucking completely shut the fucking borders down. If you was down in Mexico when that border closed, you couldn't come back home.
It was never.
Yes, it was. What is wrong with you?
It wasn't. Go look it
Yes,
up.
it was. I did. It's called Title
No, it wasn't.
42. Trump put it in place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How long did it stick? Did it stick? Nope. It didn't.
No, it's only something you
There
can
you
use
go.
during. It's something that can be used during emergency situations, as if the pandemic was. We couldn't allow people to come across the border, so Joe Biden
That's
tried to
funny. I
get that
cross the border every
extended.
day. I
Joe
crossed the border.
Biden tried. No, you did not cross the border every
Yes, I
goddamn
did.
day.
Because I was a nurse I was a nurse. So you tell me I couldn't
You
cross
know
the
what?
border.
When you can come up here and stop lying, because I'm not going to take a fucking misinformation fucking violation from your punk ass. You ain't going to come up here with that misinformation bullshit.
Damn.
My God,
Sorry to interrupt.
Trump didn't fucking put Title 42 in place.
Sorry to interrupt you, Slay. I'm gonna go to economy real quick, cause she said economy is doing right now. And by the way, on September 8th, I'm referring to the Canadian tariff that will be implemented on September 8th, which is, by the way, 15%, 25%, and 50%. Canada just dropped 700 items that they will tariff, net by net by net by net by net by net. They enumerate every fucking things that they will tariff. You can Google this. Tariff rates by categories. 50%, I'm gonna say this, steel and aluminum products, furniture, clothing, selective palms and paper goods, which is the toilet paper and all those paper products that we use. Like like paper. Like mm, like literally paper. Then 25% tariff. Sorry to monologue real quick, because I will say this. Dairy products, including cheese, our cheese that came from Canada will be tariff, which is 25%. Household appliances, washers and stoves, and plastics, fresh and frozen seafoods. That is 25% that will be tariff. 15%, 15% electronics, including smartphones and our tools. So tell me, on September 8th, our economy will unalive because of this. And Donald Trump will wait until January 1st to implement his. You know why he's gonna wait until January 1st? He's a fucking coward because he knows he's gonna lose this midterm election. That's why he will wait for January 1st to implement that motherfuckers. I just fucking madman plane and Slay, I apologize, Lawless. Back to you.
All right, Sales. Hit me with it.
Oh yeah. So from 2020 to 2023, or 2024 really, but 2020 to 2023, the amount of our economy, the percent of our economy that was strictly services in the US was around 81%. Under the Biden administration, due to the tariffs that we have put in place and then taken out and changed around a little bit. Now that service for the U.S. economy is down to 68%, and it's actually decreasing slowly, meaning we are starting to increase our manufacturing in the U.S. With agriculture, with mining, construction, manufacturing, and government services.
Nope, you're not going to spread that misinformation on this motherfucking live stream. Sorry, you're
Oh,
going
I
to
was
have to
like,
say
why
I
are
I
was.
can
people
give you a
quiet?
source. I can give you a
No,
source.
I will kick your ass. The reason why that number has dropped under fucking Trump is because fucking manufacturing and everything has fucking dropped last year. We lost more jobs in 2025 than we did since the Great fucking Recession. So do you think that's going to have a little something to fucking do with it? Yeah, 100
Yep.
fucking percent. We've
Jobs
lost a lot
aren't
of small
implemented in this.
businesses too. So with that being the fucking reason, we fucking lost all this fucking crap. There's nothing, if those jobs aren't there, then guess what? Then we're going to be less. There's going to be less. So yeah, of course that number's gone down and is steadily decreasing because motherfuckers are closing their doors. Left and fucking right. You can't come up here spreading that kind of misinformation, sales. Not gonna happen. You know Trump's presidency fucking blows.
Nope. It's private services, bro.
Sales, are you no longer a liberal?
I never was a liberal.
You said you were. Oh,
I said I was a
Sales.
libertarian. I said I was a libertarian.
What the
Libertarian.
fuck ever, dude.
Different.
I
Hold
was
on
so
a
proud
sec.
of you for going to your first drag show.
Yeah, I'm
I,
also agnostic on abortion now too.
what?
I'm agnostic on abortion.
Okay.
Like I'm not like full pro. I used to be like full pro life. Now I can have like an agnostic
Okay.
view. I actually debate people on pro choice views. Now I have a whole argument built out.
I'll take that. I'll take that. All right.
No, I didn't,
Can I,
Rage.
can I, can I, can I, can I please chime in real quick, please?
Go for it, Bacon.
And by the way, Slay is right. And I'm gonna add to Slay's point. Our labor forces are down because of undocumented immigrants are now leaving the country or being detained. I'm gonna say this: 2025 labor forces undocumented workers make up roughly 5% of total U.S. civilian workers. Labor gets agriculture, construction, hospitality, and manufacture. That is the statistics of undocumented immigrants that contributes our economy. And by the way, I'm gonna go back to undocumented and roughly undocumented nearly nearly in federal taxes, $100 billion of local and federal taxes. And by the way, they cannot even get anything from that government until they become fucking citizen. And I was one of those people that waited for fucking to become a fucking citizen. And total, and I'm gonna say taxes contribution, total taxes revenue. Studies tracking recent data estimated unauthorized immigrants contribute roughly 97 billion annual taxes. And by the way, in federal versus local taxes, this includes of billions directly to the federal income payroll taxes and specific contribution billions into social security medicare system without eligibility to fully draw from those benefits until they become a citizen. Those factors alone right now sales will collapse our business, our economy without those people. And by the way, Slay, sorry, I monologue. Hi
Yeah, I was gonna say we
everyone.
got to introduce two new people too. So, um, CB14, age, state, who you voted for, please.
28 New York and Donald Trump.
Okay, thank you. King, age, state, who you voted for, please. CB, can you mute when you're smacking into the mic? That would be great. Um, King, age, state, who you voted for, you are muted. King, going once, going twice.
I thought y'all were the party of no kings.
Fuck off, Connor. You're an ass. King, one more time. Age, state, who you voted for. No? Alright, you can come back up if you want. Oh, okay. I got your MySpace. Let's see. Slay, MySpace wants Connor and Sales to go at it. You good with that?
Yep. And Connor, make sure you mention to him that we've lost 75,000 manufacturing jobs since January 2025.
Newsmax didn't tell me that.
You're such a dick. Go ahead, guys.
I kept
What
in
we
the laugh as long as I could.
what we talking about? I'm eating popcorn though, so give me a second.
About
Dude,
how great Trump is.
Touch it.
I'm going to go ahead and kick you because you were smacking while you were eating.
Touch it. Oh, Connor, what are we debating about?
I don't know. Um, what are we
What you want?
debating about? MySpace?
Oh,
What the hell, guys?
yeah. I like Connor. He respectfully corrected me in the chat.
No, Connor's a cool guy.
Oh, well,
I
I
mean,
corrected him and he corrected me. We were both wrong, so
I was less
happens.
wrong though.
Okay, fuck you.
That's a different.
There we go.
My
All right.
thoughts on Trump versus his. Um,
All right. No, go ahead. I'll let you go. What's your thoughts on Trump?
uh, just like every president, there's good and bad that they do, right? I am disappointed in Trump in a lot of different things. I wanted a immigration bill through Congress, the Senate, and it be passed in law, especially since we're still operating under Bill Clinton's immigration policy with minor changes from like Bush and everything. Um, economic wise, um, first term, don't really have much to complain about. Second term, going into Iran at this time was beyond fucking stupid. Whoever was advising him or telling him, hey, let's not listen to Benjamin, they need to be fired immediately and probably bring back public hanging for that one. Um, but I think as a society wise, Trump 2.0, if you want to call it that, um, has done a lot of irreversible damage um, that I don't necessarily see the Republican Party is going to have to do a great split between MAGA and what I would consider, like myself, a John McCain moderate Republican. So MAGA has taken like a deep dive into white nationalism, it feels like, in a lot of ways, and just being stupid overall. So I think in that regard, Trump has done a lot of damage. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, gotcha. I think we agree on a lot of things when it comes to like. I think Trump is a competent president. I think Trump has done some things wrong that I disagree with heavily, including like the Iranian stuff and us being in partnership with Israel and stuff like that. I'm actively against being in any form of connection with Israel, especially because they're not NATO. So we should not have any obligation to support them. I do like what he's doing with Ukraine right now. Trying to delegate less money, or sorry, trying to delegate less military in Ukraine at the moment. So that's been okay. The Canadian stuff he's doing right now is it's controversial, but I think it's overall a benefit to us deal wise. I can agree with you that he has been subpar compared to his 2016 election. I just don't think that he has had a good, I guess, system to run on. Just how he's created the system, I don't think he's been doing great. And I also think the biggest problem right now would be the Senate and the House being primarily a Republican, and all most of those Republicans are actively just riding him. They're just saying, "Oh yeah, if Trump says it, it's right," which is a big problem. I actually am hoping that at least Congress becomes Democratic. I don't think the House is going to be as Democratic as we think, but I definitely hope and think that Congress is going to be heavily Democratic. But and then about like deportation and stuff. It's stupid as hell. I don't. We had a. I forgot who proposed it, but it was a Republican that proposed it under Biden about a new system for just redoing all of our deportation, like the avenues we do for deportation and ICE and stuff like that. And it would have been perfect. We had enough budget for it, but for some reason it got shot down in Congress and it got fucked over. And now we're kind of screwed with how we're doing deportation. I don't think it's morally right, nor are we doing it like efficiently. So I disagree with a lot of things he's done, but I think he is overall a decent president comparative to others, and I do still think that he would is the better choice over Kamala, strictly due to the Iranian war and the conflict right now. But I don't think we should be in it whatsoever. Yeah, so I agree with you on most stuff.
Mm. See, the problem with Trump and the deportations is, in a lot of ways, are undocumented people a net negative on the healthcare system and stuff like that. Yes, you can make that argument. However, we have two major problems in the United States that I truly care about the most. We have a spending problem and we have a revenue problem. So the first one, the spending problem, is an easy fix. Pass a balanced fucking budget. And we need to get people out of there that haven't balanced their own checkbook and God knows when, and put regular people that have had to survive on $100 or less for groceries for a week. Um, and the revenue problem is, if we were to just tax everyone, every single working American at 100% right now, that is still not enough revenue to pay our national debt in the next 10 years. That's Jeff Bezos, that's everyone. That's just crazy. So we need to increase our population in order
That ain't
to
getting paid,
increase
brother.
that.
That ain't getting paid, brother.
Obviously, you weren't
Interest
listening.
on it, but we're not.
Yeah.
So
Um.
now, I'm not saying taxing everyone at 100% is the answer, because it's most definitely not. We're seeing what happens when you tax properties out of the ass in New York. People are just upping and leaving, and sure, the government's going in and saying, "Hey, we'll take over the property, thanks." You're still not getting property tax of that. So you're not solving any problem, you're actually creating one.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I think there's a perfectly normalized solution that we can do to. I don't think we'll ever be out of debt. Also, I think debt is a good thing when it's limited and for a good reason. Um, and that's just like a simple financial understanding. When you look at like the top people in the world money wise, they have these countries that are worth, not these countries, these companies that are worth so much but they're in so much debt. They don't have the money but they have the debt which they can use to allocate, and it the value of their company is inherently with the debt. The value of our country is way more than the debt that we're in, but we do need to um, take away some of this debt for sure. And I think the biggest way we can do this right now is just reallocating funds from any other countries. I don't think we should have any implication with any other foreign aids that is not in NATO. And even if they're in NATO, I think we should kind of pull back on that a little bit. Being the biggest country in NATO, we should have that power, in my opinion. We also need to start reallocating military funds and things of that nature. Um, when you talk about like the testosterone shit they're about to do, it's just not something that we really need to do at the moment. What we need to do is we need to start implementing a higher society. We need to build a level of society that is not necessarily for the rich, but a better, I guess, living condition for the rich, because that would in turn bring up the poor. When you bring up one class, all the other classes will follow. So you bring up the middle class, the rich is going to get bigger. You bring up the middle, lower class, no one's going to get bigger, right? So it's only who's under them. So if you bring up the middle class, the poor will get more stable, but the rich won't. So I think we need to bring up the rich, and then the middle and the lower class will benefit very much so. And I think that's how we can implement our debt in a lot of ways. We also need to use the power of our debt against these countries, which we're doing with Canada right now. We have the power of our debt, and yes, we're going to get 50% tariffs on a large majority of goods that are equals out to ours. We both have 50% tariffs on each other. So I think that's going to equal out. The reason we benefit off this deal so much is due to the fact that we're going to get about 1 million barrels of oil per day, which is a large help when it comes to our reserve due to the fact of the Strait of Hormuz being closed right now. I think we need to wrap up this Iranian shit as fast as we can, and our debt can start slowly consolidating and getting better. But I definitely agree that that's the biggest problem. And then I think the second biggest problem is just financial literacy. The school systems need to be fully reworked, at least the public ones. The reason we have such a problem with lack of education, a lot of poor people, things of that, homeless people, addiction, things like that. So we don't have awareness. We need first, we need financial like education in public schools. We need sex education in public schools. We need more advocacy for against drug use in schools, public schools. And then we need to completely rework the entirety of the system of learning in schools to have a better education system so we can have a better country, because we're starting to give ideology that, oh, you don't need to work to these lower people, or the fact that you can work from home. And I think that's what we need to get away from at the moment. So I think schools and public education, and also just our debt right now, is the biggest thing we have to focus on as a country.
And I would agree that public education is a big issue, and that needs to be an issue that is brought back to the states. I fully support on dismantling majority of the Department of Education. Now, there are certain guidelines and guardrails and committees that need to stay in place for students with disabilities and of that nature. However, when you look at when the Department of Education at its inception, America was at a 98% literacy rate. Since 1978, I believe it was, to now, we are now at a 74% literacy rate. I'm not saying Department of Education is to blame for it, but name one entity that the federal government has ever gotten involved in, took over, and ran more efficiently and yielded better results than when it was ran privately.
Yeah, I can agree. I do think, and this is like a hot topic that I have. I don't think that people with disabilities and things of that nature, should be in public schools. I think there should be a separate sector for them that is a public system, but only can be accepted by certain children with certain disabilities and things of that nature who need extra help. So it can be focused on one-on-one help, because it's proven by statistics that those kids can learn and they can have a great education. They just need one-on-one help. And a lot of parents and people with children like that already are struggling with healthcare. So I think we need to have more of a one-on-one system and a separate form of public education to benefit to that. And we need to stop letting the schools allocate their money for themselves. I know that kind of goes against a democracy, but a school shouldn't be allocating their money from themselves at all. I think the state needs to start allocating where the money goes instead of a school approving it themselves. That's just what my opinion is. And that's how I believe. But I think we do largely agree on most topics. It's just the fact that we need a full rework on systems. And this is, I mean, I don't know how much you know about him, but like this is what Charlie Kirk proposed, what Ben Shapiro proposed, Nick Fuentes even. Nick Fuentes hates Trump now due to the fact of the things he is doing. And Nick Fuentes is the most radical right Republican you'll ever meet in your life, probably. So I think this is a large concession from everybody in America on both sides, that school needs to be fixed and the debt needs to be fixed. And also just the fact of we're not helping other countries that don't need to be helped. We're a sovereign nation. We need to stay a sovereign nation.
See, personally, I think, how old are you, Sales?
Yeah, I'm 21.
Okay, so you might be too young for this book, but it's a great read. Mark Levin, Liberty Amendments, and he goes into Article 5 of the Constitution, where it states that two-thirds of the states can band together and do what's called a constitutional convention. And as soon as those two-thirds states sign saying, hey, we're doing this, that strips all powers from the federal government until the states meet and restore power to the Fed. And that's a way to kind of scoot out all the bureaucracy on introducing amendments to the Constitution, because you already have the two-third threshold that you need, and the states can bypass Congress and the Senate and amend the Constitution.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think power needs to go back to the states, or a large majority of it.
Slay, why would you kick us?
What do we do, Slay?
You guys are saying a lot of misinformation.
Such as?
So, like, you're insinuating, you guys... go for it, Slay. Go for it.
It's that fucking BS y'all are fucking over here fucking love festing over. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, seriously fucking kidding me? You want the fucking states to handle the fucking education? I mean, goddamn. Look at these fucking
the
red
states aren't
states.
the one
Look
who
at these
has
goddamn
created $2 trillion.
look at the listen to me. Look at the fucking red states. Education from the fucking red states. These motherfuckers are graduating high school and can't even fucking speak fucking right. They say warsh. They say fucking all kinds of fucking stupid shit. They can't fucking speak right. They can't fucking do fucking mathematics. My God, I live in a goddamn fucking red state. I just spent over $2,000 for my child's fucking tuition for his 9th grade year, because I refused to send him to a goddamn fucking public fucking school, because the public schools around here in this goddamn fucking red state, even though I live in a fucking blue city, it still don't goddamn fucking matter, because it's all dictated by the goddamn fucking red fucking governor. And these schools fucking blow. They blow big fucking time. As a matter of fact, my state, at the end of this fucking school season, they're going to close 23 fucking schools in my fucking city. Why? Because they don't have the fucking budget to keep it. My child used to go to a fucking charter school in my city. It was a fucking awesome fucking charter school. But you know what? Our governor decided that, half the charter schools had to fucking go, so they cut the funding to it. So, no. You know what we need to do? We need to sink even more money into the goddamn Department of Education. We need to give it more fucking reign, and they need to come up with...
That's what we're saying.
A fucking... No, you're saying give it back to the fucking states. No, fuck that bullshit. Take it all away from the goddamn states. The fucking the feds need to come up with a motherfucking curriculum that runs for all 50 fucking states so that these kids have to learn X, Y, and fucking Z, no matter fucking what. Because it's fucking bullshit. That's like, I sit there and I look and I was like, the shit that my kid has to fucking actually complete through his school year, he gets 365 days from the day I pay for his courses to finish his fucking courses. No matter fucking what. He has to finish those motherfuckers. Or we have to pay extensions to go further out. But he does get the shit done in about 9 months, just like a city school. But my kid doesn't even get half the fucking days off that the city schools get because I don't give him two fucking Mondays a fucking month off. I don't give him that. He gets his break for Thanksgiving. He gets his break for Christmas. He gets a break for spring break. And then certain little holidays, I do allow him to have those off. But he has to work twice as fucking hard to get his shit the fuck done. So in a fucking city fucking school, they start picking and fucking choosing when they get towards the end of the fucking year. If they didn't get everything to fuck in, well, then they start picking and choosing what they're going to fucking teach them. No, fuck that. And it's fucking not taking away the fucking work from fucking home. That's where you're going to take away fucking people like me who may have any fucking chance of any kind of a motherfucking resemblance of a goddamn job. You're going to try to take that away from people like myself? Kiss my ass with that fucking shit. Y'all can take that shit on somewhere. Not everybody's able to go out and get a goddamn fucking job. So if I did happen to eventually luck into something that I could do from fucking home, you better fucking believe that those opportunities better be out there for each and every fucking one of us. Whether you like it or you don't fucking like it.
Yeah, that's not what I said, Slay. I advocated to put more money into schools.
You
Yeah,
said,
Slay,
no,
I advocated to put more money into schools. I advocated that we need to start teaching kids that jobs are important, and we need to kind of back up from this whole, oh, you can get rich in 2 months gurus on Instagram that are promising these 18, 19-year-olds, oh, I can get you a Lambo with 2 months if you just sell my course. It's stupid, and we need to get away from that. And that's how I made my money. But I've seen people countless times say, talk to me. I put my last $5,000 to train in this course and told my mom I was going to go to college, and they tank, and now they're screwed. So that's what I'm trying to get away, not working from home. Working from home from a reputable actual job is perfectly fine. I'm also advocating to put more money. I think we need to put hundreds of billions of dollars into all 50 states and school systems to actually fix the school systems. I just think we need to give the money to those states so they don't have, they can't cut it. And the money that we give needs to strictly be for school, and they do not cut it. That's what I'm saying. And also, when you're talking about red states having the worst education, the top, I think, 5 states in education, only one of them is blue state. So, I mean, Florida,
the whole fucking
Colorado.
the whole fucking Northeast is fucking better than fucking.
What are you talking about?
I can guarantee
Provide
you.
that source.
Yeah,
right. I'm from fucking Rhode Island. I guarantee you, I'm more educated.
U.S. News.
I'm more educated than any motherfucker from a goddamn red state. Guaranteed, 100 fucking %. As long as you didn't start adding in college, because people go to college for different fucking things, and I guarantee that like anything that I went to college for would be different from what you probably went to college for, or what Connor went to college for. So we can't add any college degrees. But as far as basic K through 12 education, I'll guarantee you that any motherfucker from a goddamn red state, I out-educated them any fucking day of the goddamn week.
Aren't you from a red state, though?
No, I'm from fucking Rhode Island. Blue as fucking can be. That state will never turn fucking red. Right.
Well, I don't know. Florida's seeing some backlash from that.
So some of the things that the claim I made is like you guys are saying misinformation. So sales, you guys insinuated like the federal government is the reason why like the kids in the United States are failing on certain benchmarks compared to the world as far as education when it comes to literacy, mathematics, and other things.
No, sir.
I just want to remind you, the federal government literally is outlawed from stipulating any curriculum for all states, nationwide.
Correct, but they implemented No Child Left Behind.
So you're interrupting. So the federal government is only for providing funding, civil rights protections, and things like that. The curriculum is set by local school boards, the schools themselves, and the states. So like to blame the federal government for the failings of any state's education system would be wrong. It would be the own state themselves. So when we look at like where are the best education systems in the United States, and you see that red states are at the the lower end of that, and they'll make up majority of the bottom. We know that that is the states failing, not the federal government. That the states failed on their standards for education, their ability to recruit quality teachers, their ability to fund proper materials for kids to read that are up to date on current scientific facts and discoveries and stuff like that. So like it's just weird to put the blame on the federal government when the federal government has no control over the curriculum as to
Yeah,
why our
I,
students are
So yeah,
uneducated.
I
the
think you
federal government.
misunderstood. That's not what we said. We didn't say it was the federal government's fault. We said the federal government needs to help more and have more ability to help. It's not the federal government's fault. It's the state's fault. I can agree with that. But the we need to have more money that's only for schools from the federal government to the states. We need to have a better education that's a broader system that's not strictly done by the states. The states that should have less implication when it comes to the curriculum and more implication when it comes to the actual teaching, obviously, because
So
the
then that would be
teachers are
the
going to be
opposite
there.
of getting rid of the federal government or the Department of Education. Like you guys are saying that we need to get rid of the department. The funding comes from the Department of Education. The Department of Education protects
Let me know when I can
kids
talk, y'all.
and their civil liberties and stuff like that. And so like it's just interesting to see like this is what we want, but then at the same time I hear that you want to get rid of the Department of Education. It's just a little cognitive dissonance here.
Yeah, I never said I want to get rid of it.
Yeah, that was
Pretty sure
me
I heard that.
who
So
said
that's
that
kind of weird.
because uh, the Department of Education single-handedly is responsible for the what is it, 1.9 or $2 trillion in student loan debt. The crisis for that because again, the federal government allowed Sally Mae and everyone to run rampant, allowing 18-year-olds who didn't know what the fuck they're going to do with their lives take out 200, $300,000 worth of loans that they can't even file bankruptcy out of or unalive out of because then it goes to
Yeah,
the next of kin.
so
But
that wouldn't be the failing of the federal government for like allowing people to the failing would be that the federal government allowed these institutions to do things like I don't know if you've been to college, but if you have, you would
so
know
the
that
federal government would be
yeah wait I wasn't done with my
failing.
point. So I wasn't done with my
Either
point,
was
buddy.
I, but you interrupted mine. But go on.
No, you definitely paused. You definitely paused.
So did I. But okay.
Mysterio,
Yeah.
let Connor finish. Let Connor finish.
Well, I was still talking. Wait, what?
Now go ahead.
Yeah. So the federal government failed in the sense that they allowed these schools to charge this money for these educations and continue to raise tuition prices without having any sort of return on investment for or reason for raising these tuition prices. I don't know if you know, but most of when you look at like universities and state colleges, most of your tuition is actually like I think it's like 80% or something like that goes towards athletics, not towards actual academics. So
Mm-hmm.
like the federal government is failing in that sense that they're allowing these things to happen. But I wouldn't say it's like they allowed people to take loans at a young age. It's just that they allowed the secondary education to balloon to what it is without any sort of checks and balances on like consumer protections for these people who are investing in their education.
So to finish up my point, no, the federal government does not do any um, curriculum or any mandates like that. However, where we see the massive uh, dip in the graph of test scores going down, literacy rate going down, is when Bush implemented No Child Left Behind. So whether you were in ninth grade reading at a third grade level under that policy, Bush said, nope, you go on to the 10th grade. That fucked over so many kids. It's not even funny. And it's now showing in our job markets. It's now showing in just overall society. So, yes, I can put the blame on the federal government there. It was a federal policy that he signed into law.
I
So,
agree.
that's what I was talking about.
But again, so the problem is that the child is not literate up to the proper grade level. That's not the federal government's failing. That's the failing of the education that they receive. That's the failing of the school district, and all that. The federal government is just saying that we don't want children who are like, you know, 17 in class with children who are 12. Like it just doesn't make sense. So yeah, like there should have been a different program to provide them with other resources. We shouldn't like in California where I graduated from, you actually had to pass a test in order to graduate with just basic reading comprehension and arithmetic. But like again, you're shifting the blame from the failing of the education system not properly educating these kids to the federal government saying, yes, we don't want these kids in class with peers who are severely younger than them. So like that's just like kind of like, okay, which one do we have? Do we have 17-year-olds in class in sixth grade, or do we have, them with their age
No,
peers, but they're underdeveloped? Like,
I mean, to answer your question, no. What we do then is either the problem lies within the and the student, whether they're not comprehending the teaching that they're getting, or it's the teacher, and we fire the bad teachers because we know there's plenty of them, or it's the curriculum, or it's an environmental factor. There's so many different factors. But what we don't do is keep setting them up for failure at the next grade and passing the buck, per se, or passing the problem onto the next person.
well, again, all these things you're talking about, like, oh, there's bad teachers. Yeah, okay, sorry, Mickert, I'll go for it.
Well, I just want to say this. I hate that you both, because I am a fucking disabled person. I literally going to fucking school to run for a Congress seat on 2029. And you, with that bullshit, wants my kind with disabled to get one-on-one bullshit, to not interact with other students.
I
Those
didn't agree with
people,
that. That was all him.
those people like me wants to interact with other people. People like me have a fucking we me especially me right now. I am one of the fucking lucky one that has a fucking job that is that has a fucking job. I with freaking job coach and my fucking bullshit. That really helped me a lot. When I cannot say something to my boss, they do. That's fucking education system right there. And I am so fucking sick and tired of this bullshit that I'm gonna fucking lose it. I got so many things in my mind. I'm not. I'm just. I hate those.
The dude that said it isn't in here anymore. Connor's not the one that said that.
I will say, Connor, a lot of the things that you find like failing with our education system, like bad teachers and stuff like that, a lot of that could be solved with something like undergrad at least being paid for. There'd be no financial requirements and stuff like that, or even a tiered system, which I brought up before, which is like your secondary, your undergrad is literally the tuition amount is like 1 year's worth of salary of the position you would get as an entry level for that career path, something like that. But like even just free education, because like we're talking about, okay, you have bad teachers. Okay, we'll take that instance. Like you think that there's bad teachers. Well, number one, teachers aren't paid enough, and they require a lot of schools require like master's degrees in like high school and stuff like that in order to be an educator or some sort of postgraduate education, which is a lot of financial burden, only to make like, you would make less than what I make, and I don't even make a lot now. So it's just like, and I only got an undergrad, so it's just like the correlation, like we have to find that difference. And I think that the biggest part would be like two things would be number one, yeah, free education for people who want to go to undergraduate. It would just be like, instead of a financial barrier, the barrier would be like, hey, prove to us that you're investing in your education by having sufficient, grade point averages or meeting certain milestones in your high school and career, as well as also shifting away from a more a way to fund schools from um, property taxes to just some sort of universal everywhere tax, because then what you're gonna see with property taxes funding of schools is houses with better houses, better communities with better houses are going to have better education, and communities with worse housing and stuff is going to have worse education. So it's just like, it definitely creates like a more of a gap based on economic of your community, and you as a child are going to suffer because of the economics of your community. So I think those are things to push for, not like, hey, let's dismember the Department of
And
Education. It's like,
that's
no.
what exactly what we were talking about, because majority of the states, if your state has a lottery system, um, that's where a lot of the money is supposed to go. I think like contractually, a lottery, the lottery system, 98% of it is supposed to go into education. But when you look at these school board budgets, like if you go, I live in Florida, so if I go county by county into the school board budgets, what's not listed is the state lottery money.
But like, even the state lottery money, like, I don't think that majority of education is funded through property taxes, not through the state lottery.
The state of Florida, the budget says that about 70% of the funding for schools come from the lottery.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay, I have to look that up. I mean, since you're a mod, I'll take you at that. But like, I won't ask you
Yeah.
for the source. But
Uh,
like, yeah, that's as
I
far
have
as
a
I know.
kid that
Most.
just started out in the school system, so I've gotten
Yeah.
well versed in it. Um,
Well, I mean, I mean, just because you have a kid doesn't mean you know how like the school's funded. Like, I don't think my parents
I go to every
really.
school board meeting, and it'll probably get to the point where I run for school board.
Yeah, I just think that like putting again, I just don't think it's right to put the blame on the federal government. And I'm not like signing up for the federal government. Like, I'm just want the blame to go to the proper person or people or entities, because if we're blaming the wrong entity, then we're not going to solve the problem.
I mean, we can attribute the decline of education in America to a lot of key legislative and societal shifts. I mean, to just point blank point at the federal government and say you're the blame to it all, you're right. It's not fair, and it wouldn't be accurate. But um, as far as certain policies in the last 20 plus years, um, yeah, we can definitely say that that kind of put us down Schitt's Creek. Um, we can blame and this is not a jab at Biden or anyone, but we can blame the 94 crime bill for starting to separate families in the inner cities. We can start blaming the societal shift in the early 2000s. I made the reference in the chat earlier where we started glorifying like Teen Mom and dropping out of high school to get a GED, which there's nothing wrong with GEDs, but where the standard used to be diploma. So there's a lot of different things that we can look back and hindsight to 2020 and say, that's probably not a great thing that happened, but here we are.
But at the same time, like I don't think like I mean, let's be honest. Back in the day, like before we saw, before the United States started falling back educationally, like it's always been culturally like since we've had education in the United States that like later in the last like century I would say that succeeding at school and like getting good grades and stuff like that people would like be like you nerd or why are you trying so hard like it's like just more of an adolescent thing of like wanting to not do what the adults tell you to do and stuff and like yeah that's it that can be a steady decline like that like okay we've slowly like declined that way because like if your parents aren't as educated and stuff in the household you're not going to have those thought-provoking conversations you're not going to prioritize things like reading and stuff like that but like at the same time like I mean I will say like in immigrant households it is different like I grew up in an immigrant household. My dad is first generation, and literally like the standard for me was so much higher. So I think like when we look at these things, I think quite honestly that it is an issue with American society, specifically like Western culture, to be like uncool to go to school, but like immigrant families really prioritize education. Like I just anecdotally, I brought home like straight A's once, but like when I brought home straight A's, one of my A's was an A minus. The first question I got asked about my grades was why was my A minus not an A? Like that's the standard I was held to as an immigrant child. So I think like when we look at,
And
I think a lot of to blame would be the reason why other countries and cultures is because their cultures prioritize education. Here in the United States, we've put a stigma on education and considered it like to be interested in education is bad. So I think that is the first shift is like a societal shift before we can really tackle this problem.
yeah, 1000%. I 100% agree with everything you just said. I mean, look at walls up there. Exactly.
I'm sitting here getting ready for bed. Stop picking on me.
I do got one thing though. You and this ties back with giving the funding back to the states, but like okay, like you just brought up Connor that that back because of things that were passed in the past, it kind of separated families, and then it kind of promoted teen pregnancy and dropping out and getting GDs. But isn't that what red states are pushing for now? Like a lot of them are pushing for like teen marriage because they were under babied, so now they want the young girls to have babies. Like like Oklahoma, for example. I mean, if it wasn't for there being enough Democrats to stop it, I mean, they tried to. I mean, there were Republicans in the House there. They tried to legalize underage marriage. I mean, that's kind of like, isn't that defeating the purpose? Like, if we're gonna, force teens to have babies, and they're gonna have no choice but to drop out of school to take care of these babies and have jobs and stuff. So that
Yeah,
kind of does throw
1000%.
off that, right? And that throws off the whole education thing. So
Yeah.
that's why
Especially
and right. And another thing with Oklahoma, we give them money, and what do they want to do? They want to put the fucking Bible in the fucking classroom. Like, what
Yep.
was the fuck? Right? What's the reason for understanding for that? I mean, and I understand not all states are doing it, but like
Yeah.
that money
I
that
mean,
they
you'll have
spent could
to.
have,
I'm sorry.
right? That money that they spent could have gone on some, to better uses with education. And that's why I said we can't leave this up to states' hands, because they're just going to do, you're going to have some states that are going to do some of the most outrageous fucking bullshit with it. So we have to have someone that's going to oversee an oversight of it. And, I don't think dismantling the Department of Education is the right thing, but maybe we do more with it. And like I said, they need to set a curriculum and everybody follows it. And then maybe we have more oversight as to making sure that the money is actually going to where it's supposed to be going.
See,
yeah,
now, like, I did not say to dismantle the Department of Education and uh, to its entirety. I did say there are certain fundamental committees and guidelines and guardrails that need to stay in place, and that was to support the students with any disabilities or schools that need extra help with either students with behavioral issues or along those lines. So I don't think the entire Department of Education needs to be vanished off the
It's also interesting.
face of the map. Now,
You need to be banished.
It is interesting. Do you guys remember taking the STAR test growing up?
we had to
Darta?
take the
Oh
FCAT in
yeah,
Florida.
yeah,
Yeah, like elementary school. It didn't always seem like you needed. They wanted you to do good on it because like that gave them more funding. And it's just
Yes.
interesting that that kind of idea is like, why would we give more if we're testing our kids to see where they're at, and we're like, okay, these kids are doing good, we're gonna give them more funding. These kids are doing bad, they get less funding. It just doesn't make sense. Like, no, throw money at the problem and see if it fixes it. It's like that should be the first thing the federal government does if they see a problem. Is like, well, let's fund it more and see if that fixes the problem. Maybe it's just underfunded, and then if that doesn't fix the problem, okay, now what's going on? You guys have the money now. Like, there should be no issues. Why aren't you doing as well as this school with more money? Now we got to go look at you and do an audit, essentially. But it just was always weird growing up to think that, like, the better I did, the more money my school got, when, like, it should be the opposite.
Yeah. But Slay, to your point, and I don't think I've ever discussed this topic with y'all, maybe privately, but my view on AB is I personally don't give a shit what someone else decides to do. It doesn't affect me. Now, if you ask me between my wife and I, would I feel right supporting it? My answer to that would be no. I would be emotionally hurt by it. But if my wife was in danger of unaliving or that kind of circumstance, absolutely. But that would be a decision for my wife to either decide with me or, unfortunately, not. Now, I married someone who would make that decision with me. Um, but my opinion or my feelings should never be legislation on someone else's feelings or choices. Um,
And that's literally
that's
all
my,
pro-choice is.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
um, I don't think the government has any place to legislate on healthcare, on someone's personal healthcare at all. Um, so that's just my view on it. Uh,
Like, Connor, I'm very pro-choice, and to the point, like, I value sentience and consciousness in the debate. But, like, personally, even though I held these beliefs, me and my fiance have talked, and we use protection. We are not trying to have children. Our stance is that we don't necessarily are going to try to have children. That's not in our plan. Is like children. But I've always told her, because sometimes she'll joke. I was like, honestly, I could be convinced. Like, if you were like, I want to have a child, it wouldn't take much to just be to say that. You just be like, I want to have a kid, and I'd be like, okay, let me look at our finances. Let's look at our finances. Can we financially afford this? Okay, I think we can make this work. Yeah, let's do it, and like that kind of thing. But at the same time, like, if we also got accidentally pregnant, like, we probably would still keep it. Just we'd be like, sure. But at the same time,
and be
like, if she
careful.
told me,
Sometimes you just lay there and a baby appears 9 months
no,
later.
don't, nope, I do all the carefulness. We do the carefulness.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
me too, and I have three.
Jesus.
Well, it sounds like
It's
you weren't
happened to
very
me three
careful.
times.
Oh my god.
Because I've always been the, like, number one is uh just standard condom. And I was like, what's the other word for it? Just standard. That's always been always that, and then like anything after that is secondary, like a secondary barrier. But we never pull the primary barrier. So I don't know about you, but
Listen,
that's a pretty good way.
I protected and I tried to have the foresight for any problems arising, much like the federal government, but
Oh my
not
god.
theirs.
No, Connor. No. No.
But yeah,
All
so
right,
I mean,
guys.
the pro-choice conclusion is just that I believe it doesn't matter what you believe. It's just that what I believe shouldn't dictate the law because, like, basically, I mean, if you are pro-life, you would also be. It would also lead to the same conclusion as like pro-forced vaccines and stuff. And even though I believe everyone should get a vaccine and they're very beneficial, I'm not like, hey, we need to force everyone to get a vaccine.
No,
Like,
see, that's where you and I would be opposite. If I'm legally obligated to vaccinate my dog, you should be legally obligated to vaccinate your child.
okay, I mean,
Touche.
no, so my view, like, I'm okay with, sorry, like, if I were to say vaccines, I would say yes, you should be able, like, the COVID vaccine, like, I'm fine with businesses enforcing that. I'm fine with schools enforcing vaccination requirements, like, into public spaces, because these are shared spaces where we're all entering an agreement that we aren't going to bring disease and illness into public spaces. It is our, you know, duty as humans in society to, avoid spreading diseases. That's like, should be one of your number one, like, tenets for what you live by, is avoid spreading diseases. So, like, I'd be pro that in public spaces. But if you wanted to be a hermit and live in the woods by yourself, and your kids aren't gonna you're not gonna have kids, or your kids aren't gonna go to school, then you don't want to vaccinate your kids. Okay, well, that's fine. You're not in the public space. But I do believe, yeah, in certain public settings like that, everyone, like, are required to go to, like, you as a kid, you're required to go to school. So if I'm required to go to school, I should not have to take the risk of, hey, I might catch a bad disease and get polio or something, or
Yeah.
also not get pew-pewed. That would be terrible too. So
Yeah, let's not do
Hey,
that.
I'm sorry to interrupt, and I know Slade wants to end, and Lawless is about to, like, fall asleep on camera.
Yeah,
But Kay asked a very interesting question that I love answering, so I just wanted to answer it real quick. Am I for the unalive penalty? Yes, with certain cases. I think once you've exhausted all appeals, there's no shadow of doubt that you did it. There's DNA evidence. Like, there's just nothing that you're going to get off of, or out on parole or anything like that. Yeah, you should just be exited from living at that
from the
point.
world.
Exit stage, right?
Yeah,
Instead of stage
yeah.
left.
Like, then I take a look at the Parkland pew pewer, who was 21 years old when he got sentenced to 4 life terms. We're going to pay 80. We're going to pay $80,000 a year in taxpayer money until he unalives of natural causes, which could be the next 50 to 60 years. Why?
No, I agree.
Let's
I
spend the
just
three
really want to know
cents
your
and
stance.
yeah. So, like,
Like, I
certain
don't
circumstances
understand
like
how we're
that.
cool with feeding and, 3 hot to the cot, but we can't feed our kids in the school system. I also don't think that the penalty should be used for people who decide to take from other people because they don't understand consent. I fully believe we should just donate them to science instead of practicing and doing things to animals. What are they going to do? Say no? Like,
So, see, I take
radiation treatment on
see,
a puppy versus a person who doesn't know what yes or no is? I pick the person every time.
I love that. I'm going to start using that from now on. That's amazing.
Yes. Why waste our government resources and have you in jail, which is supposed to
see,
be to
I take the
rehabilitation?
safe.
But yeah, no,
Slippery
donate them to
slope.
science.
And we
See,
can save
That's
puppies too.
slippery slope. I mean, that goes to, like, even Supreme Court rulings where they say, the minute you allow for something like that to happen to any, like, person or demographic in your population is the minute you allow it to potentially happen to you. Like, someone could deem then after, women aren't valuable, you get the wrong
Yeah.
government there, women aren't valuable. So I think that's why you gotta
No, I
always
get
have
that. It's an
Yeah,
extreme.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm
I
like,
mean, I
see,
get
I
it,
take
but
the
it's just
sadist. I take the sadist approach, especially with the unalive penalty, where, like, if you're a child abuser and you get charged, I feel like your cause of unalivement needs to be what you've done to your victims.
I agree, and I also because nobody genuinely knows what happens after, but to me, it's a get out of it's a free card. You're going to peace. The person that you did something to, if they're still here now, has to live with that forever. You get to go to a box where you're not allowed to be touched by Gen Pop, and you get fed, and you get a bed, and or you get given peace in some way, shape, or form because you no longer have to face the consequences of what you did.
Yep.
I just wanted
think,
to
like,
understand. I was just curious. I know y'all are trying to go to bed. I'm sorry.
No,
No, you're
it's
good.
good.
So like, just end it
All right.
whenever.
Good night, lols.
Wait,
We're just gonna
wait.
talk, and it's just gonna cut.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
No, just end
Love
it.
you,
Don't say
lols.
goodnight. End it. End it. Kill it.